Fuck. Neuronymous.
Hey, boys and girls, this is Hal, another episode of Neuronymous, and I've got to say, it's good to be back. I feel like I haven't talked for a while to y'all. It's been a really weird few days. We had our puppy party, and all but two of our litter were taken. We still have Hiccup, and we still have Astrid. And Astrid is the spice to Hiccup's sugar, and they make everything nice except when they shit and they pee. But that's what little puppies do, and that's fine. So I'm happy to have them here for now, and hopefully we can get some good people to a nice forever family for them. So I did something that I've never done before, because, you know, as always, I love hearing the sound of my own voice, but I took down the episode where I was talking about being an only child. I've kind of put an announcement of that on Facebook, but I just needed to talk to the audience about this. It was highly inappropriate and really not a good moment for me. That was probably the nadir of the show. The guy's an asshole, but me, trying to, justify, there's no justification for some of the things I said. There just isn't. You don't talk about a person's mother that has passed away in the way that I did, and you don't talk that way. That's not the way I was brought up. And it didn't jive with my values, and I think it was just kind of a meltdown, to be honest. But I'm glad I took it down. I think that was the right thing to do. I feel good about it. I'm not gonna stroke my, not gonna pat myself on the back, but I felt like I was in the right for doing that, and there's something to be said for that. So, for anybody that it hurt, including the person that it was about, I am sorry. I do apologize, and, whether or not you decide that you want to continue being my friend, despite the fact that I will not, provide a connection to drugs, to the mother of your child, that is to be, that remains to be seen. But that being said, I apologize for the things that I said, and I don't bear any ill will at this point. I'm good. I'm good if you're good. How about you, audience? Are you good? Feeling good? I'm feeling good. So anyway, so I was talking to my, I've talked about the mystery of my that shrouds my dad's side of the family, and I've got so much anger and just confusion about it. Like, I got one side saying that my grandfather was a terrible person. He's obnoxious. He just all kinds of, just a lot of vitriol and bile about my dad's side of the family. Like, my grandmother, that I've literally have never seen her before. And so my cousin Shakirah, who I have met, who came to my wedding, along with her beautiful young lady, the daughter that is becoming a beautiful young lady, Sasha, and my dear Aunt Karen, who I've not spoken to for a while, for reasons that are completely childish and stupid, and I need to get in touch with her, and I miss her. I miss her a great deal, and sometimes it's hard to get out of my own head and cross that bridge and make that phone call. Sometimes I tend to procrastinate, but I can't keep procrastinating because I don't know. You never know when the time's up. You don't know that kind of stuff. But that being said, my cousin Shakirah, I love her dearly, and she sent me a card, and it had the best present that I could have asked for. And I'm gonna, God damn it, every fucking episode I just get choked up. Oh, what is it with me? Anyway, she sent me a card that had original photos that had to be like from the 40s, black and whites, almost like yellow, and yellow, black and yellows almost because they're so old. Pictures of my grandmother and my grandfather separate and together, and I got them, and I lost it. I mean, here are these two people that like I said, if my grandmother, if I had ever met, I never met her, and the thing is, like, so seeing these photos are just, it's a treasure. I mean, it's a goddamn treasure to me. I wish I'd had the opportunity to be introduced to them. That would have been awesome, but before I was able to comprehend anything, because I was like 1 year old. I mean, I've seen my 1 year old birthday video. My dad got it transferred over to CD, or not CD, DVD, and I'd seen it before that, but she was always kind of shrouded in shadow, as was my grandfather, which is kind of apropos, I guess, considering that's pretty much been par for the course as far as the mystery goes, is with my grandparents. I feel like Andrew Garfield's character, version of Spider-Man, where he goes looking for the secret of his family. Yeah. But, like, these photos are just amazing. And I wish I could show you guys that, you can't really show, a picture says 1,000 words, and, trust me, I could definitely give you guys 1,000 words, but, I gotta be back on the phones, in a little bit, but, I just, I never knew them. And, I've been told that they're bad people from my parents, my father and my mom's side, or from my father as well as my mom's side of the family. But according to my dad's side, that I have communications with, Shakirah, and my Aunt Karen, he was a good guy, not perfect. I don't think nobody's perfect, right? I mean, and here's the thing, even if he were a bad dude, you know what? I don't care. The past is the past. Like, the decision should never have been made for me to not have any contact from him. That was made for me, and that wasn't fair. And life isn't fair. I get it. I totally get it. But seriously, like, I remember when we got the call that he died, and my dad had the opportunity to go to his funeral. Didn't do that. Didn't go. There's just so much bitterness. I don't get it. I mean, I'm an angry Jewish guy. I for the most part have a general dislike of people in general, hence the general dislike of people. And when I was at the puppy party, it was really hard to watch some of those puppies go to a couple of the families. I was not. It was hard to watch. Because I guess when you have I kind of get it, you know, like when your parents are like approve or disapprove of a suitor that you're, you know, or a gal that you're dating, you know, something like that. You know, you want the best for them. And the thing is, I feel like I still need to be talked off that ledge as far as, you know, going to, you know, being satisfied with the families that like my favorite hunter went to. Like I was just like, no, 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 he shouldn't be going with that family. But you know, the thing is, I don't know that family. They could be great. But I felt like the gal, the mom, I felt like she was toying with me because I told her, I kind of confided in her that Hunter was my favorite, and she kind of, I don't know, the whole time, like, and I broke down. Tears were shed and visibly in front of her. This mom who, and you know, the other half of the parents, and like you could tell she was like almost like satisfied, and she had this gold tooth, and like I was just like, fuck you, you know, and but you know, like I said, it's not my choice, not my call. They had the money, they had the means. Hopefully, Hunter, you went to a good home and that you're well taken care of, because that's just the way it works. But anyway, I guess the point is you can't choose your family. You know, I know you guys know that. It's not news. It's nothing, you know, extraordinary to hear or revolutionary. You can't choose your family, and the thing is, but that being said, I don't think your family should be chosen for you. As far as like, if you have the, you know, if somebody out, my grandfather made attempts to contact and make a connection with me, and my parents wouldn't let him. And maybe they're right. Maybe he was a bad guy. I don't know. Maybe he was a terrible person. I don't know. And frankly, I don't care. I don't care what kind of person he was. I didn't get a chance to meet him, and that's not on me. That's on them. And I'm not trying to be a dick and bash my parents, but god damn it, I had the right to see my grandfather and meet him before he died, as well as my grandmother. That was, to me, that's cruel. It was cruel. And if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. You know, I you know, again, I feel like I feel like it's a parent bashing session every time I'm on this mic, but the truth is, yeah, that was definitely not an okay thing to do. Is, you know, and just, I don't know what's true and what's not. I don't know the fiction from the lies, you know, and that's the hardest part. You know, what do we believe? What should we believe? What do we trust? What do we know? What do we forgive? You know, I don't know. I don't have those answers. You know, it's tough. It's tough, and all I know is that I have got 3 people that I know of from my dad's family, possibly 4, but I don't really have contact with that gentleman anymore who's in that family. But I've got 3 people that I know that I love a great deal, and that's Shakirah, that's Sasha, and that's my Aunt Karen. And god damn it, you guys are good people, and I love you guys. Like, you guys are my family. You guys are the missing link, the missing links to my you guys are to my DNA. You guys are part of my DNA, and I've been missing chunks of it, you know. And now that I've got these photos, I've got a little bit more, something tangible to hold on to. That's priceless, people. That's priceless, you know. And thank God my wife's a scrapbooker, because honestly, I have no idea how to create a fucking photo album. But I know that I have these pictures. I know that I'm gonna hold on to them, and I'm gonna look at them and I'm going to say, hey, I turned out okay. I had some bumps on the road, Grandma and Grandpa, but I made it out okay, and I've got a great life, and I'm sorry that you couldn't be there to watch it. My grandmother died very early on. She had cancer, and then I think my grandfather also passed away, I think in 1995, 1996, something like that. I'm not sure what he passed away of. I think it was also cancer. I don't know, but somewhere, if you believe in a place that's above us or below us, I don't know, or just a better place, I hope you guys are there, and I hope you guys are watching and seeing what is the show, shit show though it may sometimes be, but that is my life, and I hope you guys are smiling, and I hope that you see that I'm enjoying a great life and that I'm doing it one day at a time.